welcome to the 5th session of the Great Pitch Contest. There is going to be still a lot more going on in the innovation presentations from startups. So this time we're going to be dealing with hardware, electronics, and products. But before we listen to our first startup, I would like to introduce our jury. So let's see if we can see them. Yes, perfect. So we've got here, Sean Segundo from SpinLab, the HHL Accelerator, Thomas Waldman from Wurth, Piotr Gamracy from KPT, and Michał Olszewski, you just came in, perfect, hello, from Lovens Venture Capital. Hi. And soon we will be joined by the first startup of this session. Martina is here. We are just waiting for your presentation.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. Now I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Can you see it?
Okay, yes, we can.
Yes.
Perfect.
My presentation.
So I'm setting the clock to 3 minutes. Take it away.
Okay, great. So my name is Marina, and I'm a co-founder at Nect World, and I'm here to present you this little Nect modem. It equips you with the power to work from anywhere. You just stick it onto your laptop, and it will get you online fast while keeping your connection safe from intruders. The Nect modem is not just a piece of hardware. It's a combination of service, hardware, and software all working together to allow professionals all around the world to work peacefully and have one less thing to worry about. We already held a successful Indiegogo campaign with more than 3,000 people who believed in us. Speaking about our market, it's extraordinarily big. Adding to people who need to be online everywhere at any time to have to do their work done. We also have a new market channel. It's our remote workers, and our target audience just half a year. The number of it has raised on 43.7 million. Our main business model is a combination of direct sales and monthly subscription on VPN, on our data plans, and this Nect modem, this piece of hardware. We also have two different business models that we are working right now. The first one, because we all know that hardware is hard and not all people can afford the piece of hardware, we are making a digital support and making a VPN subscription for people who want to use just VPN. It will be affordable without this Nect. And we also have second solution with both Nect modem, with data plans that they can purchase, and have a VPN subscription too. This is how we acquire clients through in our B2C model. Speaking about our competitors, you can use the public Wi-Fi, or you can tether the Wi-Fi from your phone, but it's not really a safe thing, and your phone battery can be discharged at any time, unfortunately. This is our perfect team that I work in. The first person is Misha. It's our evangelist and co-founder. We work with them for 2 years right now. And he also right now working in a startup that making a space rocket. Our CTO is Kirill. He's our hardware professional. He have a lot of experience in hardware, and our creative advisor that helps us to do all the presentation, all the creative stuff. It is Lucy, and me. I work here as a CEO and co-founder. Thank you so much for your time. That's pretty much it.
Thank you. Thank you. Now we will move on to the Q&A session. Don't worry, I stopped the clock. I just have one message for the other startup. Roy, could you please look at the private chat in our StreamYard meeting? That would be great. Okay, I'm resuming the time right now, and we can move on to the questions. Are there any from our judges?
Yes. So if you please tell us. So if I go abroad, usually in Europe I use my SIM cards and mobile connection to have access to data. In other countries, I would buy like Cambodia. Recently, I would buy a SIM card locally. What is do you use SIM card that is somehow universal across the world, or is your targets are people that go for 3 years to one country?
So we have two options for people who want to use our NECT modem. We have both the thing for just ordinary SIM. You can just put it in and use it in all countries where they have SIM cards. And we also have eSIM function. And we have connections with, right now, it's 113 countries that we can just connect you to their telecom operators who we work with. You just need to purchase a data plan in our app. When you come, for example, to Paris or to Nigeria, and when you want to switch on your data plan, you go to our app, click on the button, and that's pretty much it. So you are already in the web.
Okay. So it's mostly for employees that travel across the world frequently. So
right now, yeah, we made it for people who need to be online everywhere, while they're traveling, while they're working at home, while they're working in a cafe, because using the Wi-Fi from cafe, it's not really safe. You never know when the data can be stolen from you. So that's why we made NECT modem, and that's why we made the two parts available, both data plans and VPN, to get you be protected on the max and have your like full structure of your own internet connection.
1 minute, 30 seconds to go. Any other questions from our judges?
If I may.
Sure.
So what is the main difference between my hotspot I have in my phone and your modem?
Well, first of all, we not made like anything super amazing and super special. We just took all the comfortable things that might need or will need professionals and put them together in one solution. So you don't need to use public Wi-Fi. You don't need to tether your phone and drain your battery. It's all in one NECT. It doesn't have a battery. It have a wired connection, so your internet wouldn't drop at any time. And if the electricity will turn off, it will be working while your laptop works. And Yep. So it works all together in just one solution and through one app. You don't need to have anything else to buy VPN subscription on the other side or to buy a new SIM card. You have everything in your NECT app.
I would assume it's cheaper. If I go to, say, Cambodia, then it's cheaper to use your solution that mobile subscription from Poland, isn't it?
You just like we right now we have in all of these countries that you mentioned data plans, and we will keep working on with different telecom providers to make our prices even lower to make them most comfortable for our
Marina,
plan.
unfortunately, we ran out of time, so I need to stop you here. So if you'd like to tell us more about this, move to Hopin and let us know in the comments section. And now we will be joined by our next startup of this particular session, and it's Richard. Hello. Are you sharing your screen with us? Okay, I can see that. So let me just set the clock to 3 minutes. Take it away. Stage is yours.
Okay. Hello, my name is Richard Wheatley and we are Huru. We're on a mission to unlock the opportunities of independent living. So the challenge that we're talking about is one of competing tensions between the older adult and the family network. Those elements don't have to work against each other though. One can feed the other, and that's what we're proposing for Huru. So our solution is a positive opportunity-driven approach to aging and family intergenerational collaboration. Huru puts the older adult at the center. We're building a SaaS layer on top of existing voice technology from Amazon and Google for the older adult and bridging to the family through their mobile device. This enables us to use the group to unlock challenges and explore new opportunities and content. The family network is a key part of the solution and can remove technical complexities if needed, but crucially, the older adult remains in control. So I just click through my slide. So this is where we are this is where our vision really starts to come to life. The continuous engagement between the older adult and the family provides the fundamentals for so much more potential. We see families gaining deeper social connections through games and entertainment, through physical well-being and performing exercises together or setting each other challenges. We also see families exploring emotional well-being together, breaking down social taboos like loneliness and isolation. We're in discussions with a group of neuroscientists that have developed gamification methodologies for brain health and well-being, and they saw Huru as a great potential partner for delivering a continuous engagement approach, difficult to achieve outside a clinical setting. And finally, we plan to simplify the complicated and fragmented aging support services. We will integrate third-party providers and future Huru device content using machine algorithms to surface the most appropriate solutions for our ever-evolving user needs. So what is our plan? Well, we're very early on. We've kicked off our development of our initial product, some of which I showed you earlier. We expect this to be released for trialing in June. And in November, we'll deepen our wellness features and our intelligence alongside continuous improvement from our trial feedback. Paid user numbers will develop gradually, and once using the system, we expect a high retention rate. The voice technology offers us the opportunity to directly engage with the older adult. It's something our market research tells us is incredibly important and often missing from today's offerings. We're building all of this off commercially available hardware, which allows us to offer a much more affordable solution and a broader set of features than our competition. So our vision is broad, but we have a focused approach. Our initial target users lives independently, a little detached from their family network and have minimal cognitive impairment. Our subsequent users have escalating needs, and serving these needs, albeit technically challenging, is core to our mission in achieving a long-term customer relationship. We have founders based in the UK and Singapore and targeting both markets for launch to develop our East-West growth strategy. And our route to market through B2B2C, working with regional partnerships and charity endorsements. Whilst we design the features for the older adult, we expect the family network to be the paying customer. And we have a founding team that's worked together for over 7 years prior to Huru. We collectively have a strong track record of building and launching technology products globally. We're excited by the potential for Huru to be transformational. Intergenerational collaboration is one of the keys to unlocking independent living, and Huru provides that through affordable and globally scalable technology. If you'd like to know more, please let me know. Thank you.
Thank you. We are already in a Q&A. Are there any questions from our judges? Michał, I think you're on mute. If you unmute yourself.
Sorry. Could you please give us an example of interactions that you enable in a unique form?
So the unique form is because often with voice-enabled devices, and particularly kind of Alexa and Google with the screen, so we're looking at multimodal displays. At the moment, a lot of that is just personal assistant, and actually the uniqueness of the Huru system is to be collaborative. So rather than a robot providing that kind of control and relationship, it's actually back-end connecting to the broader family network. And by unlocking up family network, you can take away some of the inhibitions of technology and also unlock opportunities to deliver more rich and potentially valuable content to the older adult.
Thanks.
Richard, where have you guys launched so far? Was it the UK and Singapore, was it?
We're pre-launch at the moment, Sean. So we intend to launch in both the UK and Singapore. So we've got a trial prototype in development at the moment. So we are very early stage, but we have potential customers already lined up in both the UK and Singapore.
Can you speak a bit more why it's specifically those two markets?
Well, predominantly that's because that's where our founders are based. So I'm based in the UK and one of my founders is in Singapore. but actually that's been to our advantage in terms of it's allowed us to explore different demographics. The UK is quite helpful because it's a mature infrastructure in terms of healthcare systems. The Singapore is quite interesting one from a expat community, which, seeing as we're leaning towards the remote support for family network, the expat community is quite well established in somewhere like Singapore, and obviously aging adults being halfway around the world is a concern for that particular region. Similarly, it offers us the opportunity to expand out from there, and we've been talking with an insurance company that's interested in potentially using this solution in Japan, and therefore Singapore is a good beachhead to test the concept.
Could you tell us about your growth hack plans?
Sorry, what plans?
Growth hack plans. How are you going to build scale?
So the way we want to scale is through our B2B2C. So we're trying to build partnerships through kind of charitable organisations, but similarly we see insurance companies as a quite an opportunity, because we're looking to hook into wellness and well-being in a positive sense. So the insurance companies have taken interest in this proposition because it offers a kind of a side product to their current insurance package. That's the channel that we see to route to market, and obviously we'll look to the growth plan as a result.
40 seconds to go. Any other last-minute questions? If not, then Richard, maybe you'd like to add something?
I covered off the majority of it in the presentation. No, other than to say, I acknowledge we're early on in the journey, and we're mostly looking for connections through investors, not for funding at this stage, but for that broader kind of connection. So when we kind of look to develop beyond our MVP, we can connect with investors that have hooks into those insurance markets a bit more deeply into other regions that we aren't already established. So thank you for your time, guys. I appreciate your input.
Thank you. Thank you, Richard. And now, as the time is up, we will move on to the ROI that we mentioned before, and it will be Randolph presenting. Hello.
Hi
can
there.
you share your screen?
Yep. Let me do this now. Is that working?
Yes. Perfect. If you go full screen. Okay, I'm setting the clock to 3 minutes. Take it away.
Thanks. Hi, everybody. I'm Randolph, the CMO at Arrow. So the world of tomorrow runs on batteries, portable electronics, home appliances, electric vehicles. And what the past year has shown us, if it wasn't already clear, is how much we rely on these portable devices to work, play, and connect now more than ever. So it's vital that they work when we need them to. The average US household has 11 connected devices. That's a lot of devices to manage, constantly charge and recharge. And nothing is more frustrating than attempting to use your devices only to discover that the battery is dead. I think that's something that we can all relate to. Now, furthermore, brands and platforms have created battery management software that is specific only to their brand, platform, or operating system. They are focused on optimizing the performance of their batteries on their devices. Here at Arrow, we're focused on optimizing the performance of all batteries in all devices, offering one solution for consumers. We have built brand and platform agnostic battery management software for all your devices. Our mission is to give mobile workers the freedom to use their devices however they want without battery limitations. And our software is free to download on iOS, Android, macOS, and Windows. Our software tells you what to charge and when, ensuring that your devices are always ready to use when you need them, giving you peace of mind to focus on what matters most to you. We have an optimized charging feature, which extends the lifespan of your batteries by keeping them within an optimal charging range of 20 to 80%. We will also be able to predict when your devices will run out of power and stop that from happening by using machine learning to anonymously analyze the charging behavior of our users. We're also working on integrating our software with platforms like Amazon's Alexa to manage all of this functionality with your voice. We have also built a smart charging system for mobile workers that runs on our battery management software. This is the first portable charging solution that can safely charge any laptop make or model using our proprietary technology. It's designed for a post-pandemic world where work from anywhere is the new normal. The response so far has been incredible. We have 700 pre-sales of our smart charging system, which are now shipping. We sold through a limited run of stock at a select group of beta stores in the States. We've signed a contract with Ingram Micro, which is the largest IT distributor in the world. And we're launching on Amazon Launchpad and Best Buy in the US in Q2 of this year. All of our technology was built from the ground up and is patent pending globally. So how are we monetizing this? We're monetizing our technology in 3 ways. First, with Arrow product sales. So the Arrow smart charging system is in market and available for purchase today, and we're going to be launching new products next year. Well, with SaaS sales, by licensing our battery management technology to the world's leading consumer electronics brands, and by converting Arrow software users into customers. Imagine a world powered by Arrow. Millions of mobile workers using Arrow software and hardware products on a daily basis to stay in charge. Arrow SaaS program managing all batteries and chargers and global impact, reducing electronic waste. We have a resilient, tenacious team. I'll just highlight Ryan, who is our CCO. He worked at Belkin for over 23 years, which is one of the leading charging connectivity brands in the world. When he joined, they were at $23 million in revenue, and by the time he left, they had sold for $866 million to Foxconn. We have a great board of advisors. Marco Anderson is our director, and he is the COO of Lenovo EMEA. We're also a loyal VC portfolio company. And a quick note on what we're raising. So we're currently raising £2 million. We have 760K already raised to build out our SaaS program, develop our team, and develop more products. Yeah, that should be it.
Thank you so much. We are already in the Q&A. We have 2.5 minutes of Q&A left. So are there any questions of our judges?
Yep.
How much can we gain from optimizing with your software?
You could extend your battery, the battery in your device, by as much as, twice the typical length of battery, just by keeping it within the optimal charging range of 20 to 80%. What happens is once it reaches between 80 and 100%, it continues to charge your devices and cycle through the charging, which is bad for your battery health. So this is why technology like this can improve the lifespan of your battery by keeping it in more of a sort of balanced range.
So I would stress this advantage because it's huge. I would before you answered, I thought it's like 5%.
Yeah, no, it is huge. We've seen this with some brands that are already doing it. Apple is making some of this technology in their phones. When you plug in your phone, it tells you to disconnect it once it reaches 80%. And once it hits 20%, it says, please charge your phone. And that's because it's very, very important to try to not drain your battery all the way and not charge it all the way. So much so that Apple tells you every day as soon as your battery hits that. And like I said, that battery management software is specific to Apple, but we want to do this with every type of device, every platform, every brand, make it brand agnostic. That is what we've done.
Mm-hmm. I saw Thomas unmuting earlier. Do you have a question?
Yes, he told already about Apple. I see Apple do battery management very good with the last software updates. And therefore, I wanted to ask, what's the difference to the normal Apple management?
So what we can do with our charging products, so we want to apply this software to specific charging products. So one of the things that we can do is you can plug your device in and we will automatically stop the charging once it hits 80%, which right now Apple doesn't do. They just expect you to do it manually. So if you use our charging product and you plug your devices in, it will actually stop and start the charging for you automatically without you having to do anything, which is the best solution. So that's one of the key differences. And we also have a lot more customization. So you could eventually, we want to give people the ability to customize it if they want, if you're a power user and you want a bit more control over what you're doing. So those are two things I would
Thank you,
say.
Randolph. Unfortunately, we're not run out of time, so we have to move on. So thank you very much. If you'd like to let others know how to find you, go to Hopin to the pitching stage and paste some links where we can find you. So thanks a lot.
Great.
And now we are moving to the next startup, Viezo and Donut. Super. I cannot see your screen yet. Are you sharing your screen?
Just 1 second. Right there. Do you see?
Yes, if you only go full screen, I think that will be perfect. We can see it now. I'm setting the clock to 3 minutes. Take it away.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Donat. I represent startup Viezo. We're based in Vilnius in Lithuania, and we're developing vibration energy harvesting technology for powering the wireless IoT sensors. So currently, almost all of the wireless sensors installed in the industry are powered within the batteries, which last on average 5 years there. After those 5 years of sensors operation, the battery dies and it has to be replaced by a human being. And it is calculated that changing just one sensor's battery costs approximately 150 euro, where the major cost is the human labor, and this process repeats every 5 years. So how do we tackle that? We do a source of renewable energy, which can make the sensor solution in the industry as a fit and forget, therefore saving massive costs over time and creating significant value. And right there, you can see a very brief GIF showing the design of our developed construction vibrating live on one of the applications. Now, look at this chart. Let's say the sensor with the integrated battery, a regular sensor, would cost 100 euros. Then the sensor with the vibration energy harvester inside would cost approximately 150 euro, as we're about to price it at approximately 50 euro level. So in 15 years, there will be 2 battery changes, which will end up costing approximately 400 euros in total, while energy harvesting backed sensor will have its cost exactly at the same level during the whole time. The real beauty of what we do is that yet and still we are the first and the only ones in the world commercializing the vibration energy harvesting on very specific piezoelectric polymer technology. The reason for that is that really no one prior our inception believed that this PVDF material which we use can be useful at all in the energy harvesting, and this can be backed by the fact that currently we're capable of harvesting approximately 20 times more energy with it than any other scientists have ever achieved in their lab. And the international PCT patent for our made efficient structure design is filed and pending, and this year we'll file certainly a few more of these. The main markets we're tackling are the smart oil and gas, smart mining, and smart railway, valued at 7.4, 9.2, and $50 billion last year, respectively, where railway industry is a major focus of ours. As every single railway operator in Europe is about to invest billions of euros into modernization and digitalization of the railway industry, which is supported heavily by the European Union, and we align perfectly with their digitalization goals. This is the perfect time to tackle these markets, and we're there to make it happen. So 20 companies worldwide have purchased our test kits or development kits, if you will, including several big names like companies SKF Group, Saint-Gobain, Siemens, and etc. And we're undergo several POC projects with major corporates in Europe, to which we develop an individual solutions, which shall end into a multi-million supply contracts. So currently we're a team of 8, fully dedicated to what we do, and most of us coming within great experience, whether in engineering or in sales and marketing. And we're about to expand our team twice in the next several months. And we're also working with local technical university in Lithuania, which basically extends our capacity for projects and R&D capabilities. So that's all I wanted to share. Thanks.
Thank you, Donat. And now we are in the Q&A. 3 minutes left. Are there any questions from our judges?
So Donat, I have a question. This is one of the few times where I understand the end benefit, but not really what the hardware is doing, because it looks like a sail. How does it actually generate the vibrations?
Right. So we're using the specific material which does the conversion of kinetic energy into electrical energy. So we need to stress this material. So basically that's a cantilever structure where one side is fixed and the other side is loose within the tip mass. So basically once it is applied and installed on the vibrating source, so basically the loose side within the tip mass vibrates, and that's how the electricity is being developed. Converted from the kinetic into electrical energy, and we use some certain electronics to rectify this electricity to the usable DC power.
So the hardware, once it's installed, is it like in the example with the chart with the 15 years, is it always going to be making this motion, or does the user have to do anything to make it keep doing that?
So for example, if we speak about the railway application, if we install it on the train, on the bottom part of the train, the bogies, basically where the wheels are, so it will vibrate as much as the train will go.
Okay,
yeah.
got it. Okay, cool.
So you said that the value is like 150 euro to replace a battery every 5 years. Yeah. How much is one piece that you said?
One piece of what?
Of Visa.
So basically we're tackling to get a price tag of our energy harvester at approximately 50 euro.
Excuse me, I have one question about durability, because we are talking about, like, let's say 10, 15 years period of time. Have you already like kind of tested that? If, you know, this kind of solution can kind of work for a long time without any, you know.
Exactly. That's a crucial question for us to answer. And we have started those lifetime tests and simulations since mid-2020. We're putting our hardware into thermocycling cameras under the harshest conditions and vibrations and temperature differences. So anyway, these simulations take a lot of time. So we're estimating that at the end of Q3, start of Q4 this year, we shall put a tag on our harvester that it is fully capable of withstanding and having a lifetime of approximately 15 years in the railway industry. That's the big difference is in the application, because on one application it might need to work 10,000 hours to reach 15 years of lifetime, and the other application it might need 50,000 hours. So we need to know specifically the application. But since we are focusing on the railway industry, we calculated that, and we shall reach that in Q3 this year.
So you mentioned
thank you very much. Unfortunately, we ran out of time, but if you'd like to ask a question, you can maybe type it in the private chat, as we will be joined by our next startup, and then, you know, maybe let's move it to Hopin so that everyone can see as well. So now we will be joined by Autonomy Now and Michał. Hello, are you sharing your screen?
Hello, everyone. I'm doing it right now. Okay, you should be able to see my deck.
Yes, perfect. Okay, I'm setting the clock to 3 minutes. You can start now.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Michał. I am the CEO at Autonomy Now, where we are enabling safer mobility through autonomy and automation. The challenge that we are facing is that too many people are dying on the roads. 94% of all accidents are caused by human error. So if we can limit that with the aid of technology, we could save or improve lives. You can view this as a set of technical problems. One, you need to be able to detect objects, humans and other road users, automatically. Second, you need to monitor the blind spots around the vehicle. Third, you need to automate the response from knowing about the danger to acting on it, the input from multiple sources. The key insight here is that autonomy actually leads to more safety on the road. This is the one that I would really like all of us to remember. If we want to eliminate accidents, transportation needs to be fully automated, not relying more on humans. Our solution is an advanced driver assistance system, ADAS, that integrates machine learning, vehicle electronics, and our proprietary software models to monitor the vehicle surroundings. I won't go into the detail here, but it should be clear that by adding an additional driver assistant, it is highly likely that this will improve safety and hopefully save someone's life. This is the driver's interface that we built. It is currently being integrated with our first customer's vehicle design team. At this moment, all we can say is that we are introducing this to a major European OEM. The software side, the customer menu, is simplified as much as possible. We need the driver to instantly know what is the nature of the danger and to act on it. The engine fueling our product development is, of course, machine learning, that we harness to teach our algorithms how to quickly recognize objects and to continuously improve on the technology. We are raising €1 million for a Series A investment round in order to finish our product development, go through testing, and start production early next year. We are self-funded up to this point, and we have extensive experience in manufacturing as well as software development. Here we can review how the system works in practice. I'll just press play, and hopefully you'll be able to see my video. Our training processes are based on thousands of hours driven on real roads with our testing system on board. Our system analyzes the image from 3 cameras, achieving 99% of accuracy. That's all about my presentation, but in the meantime, you can review how this really works.
Okay, we are now in the Q&A session, so we can, if you have any questions, you can start asking them now. I'm changing the clock to 4 minutes. Any questions from our judges?
Maybe I have one question. Have you thought about the thing that, you know, all big companies like Audi, BMW, Tesla, and so on could replicate this this kind of system and build in the car as a standard? Let's say in 5 years, what then for you guys? Like, what's gonna be the, you know, unique sell point from you guys?
Well, the question is whether Tesla and Audi and BMW are going to share their technology with Solaris and with our manufacturers of city buses and commercial vehicles. And as we can know, they won't. So Solaris and other OEMs, especially in the city bus sector, but also in commercial vehicles, need to integrate or implement themselves new systems. So it's not a one market that you can just spread into, especially in city buses that we are targeting as our first niche. But you need to really develop a different kind of system and implement it yourself in a way. And for example, one of the first customers that we are speaking about implementation, Solaris, is really working in this model. So they don't do autonomy themselves. They know how tough it is. They need companies like us to implement this. So that's the first answer. The second answer, it's more technical. It's different to run the system on a bus and on a passenger car. Not only the geometry of the vehicle and the surroundings and the problems are different, but also the passengers are not under seat belt. So you cannot really implement the same kind of algorithms on a bus, because even if you save the life outside of the vehicle, you will kill all the passengers inside. So you need to really hone in on this technology to make it work without any kind of major accidents.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned that your accuracy in identifying objects is very high. In terms of predicting the moves, how advanced are you? Because it seems also key to somehow be useful in terms of reducing incidents.
We are not advanced in prediction. We are most concerned with accuracy of detection. So that's the honest answer here. But obviously, in the future, when we will monitor or kind of implement a different feature that is based on predicting. Right now, object detection and blind spot monitoring is not. Then we will definitely, take it into account. But right now, we are mostly focused on object detection and juxtaposition against our field of view. So that's our problem that we are solving right now.
Mhm.
We still
How
have...
costly?
Yeah.
How costly is it to integrate your system with buses or other cars or vehicles?
In terms of integration in production, or in terms of business integration that we are following right now?
How much are you charging?
Yeah. Both.
Okay, so we are at the stage of integration and testing with one of our clients, our first customer, and we are planning to implement the system by the end of this year so that we can start production next year. So that's the overall business timeline. In terms of integration in the bus, I would say that it takes a couple of hours.
So
Yeah.
I need to stop you here. I'm really sorry. So if you'd
Sure.
like
All
to
right.
communicate that further, go to hop in,
No worries. Thank you
write
so
in the
much,
comment
guys.
section. I need to be
you.
fair to other startups who I also had to stop when we ran out of time. And now we move on to the last startup. I can see that Anna is here already. Perfect. Are you sharing your screen with us?
I'm doing that right now. Okay. Perfect. You are seeing my screen? Perfect.
Yes, and I'm starting the clock. Take it away.
So studies right now show that plastics residue can be found basically anywhere right now, even in the cells of unborn babies. This is a terrible threat, and this is how far we've pushed the plastic pollution. We need to act now and hit the brakes. We are Fibritech, and we are devoted to providing eco-friendly alternative to the fossil-based materials. I'm sure you know of such polluting materials such as styrofoam, glass wool, rock wool, plastic disposables. They are bad, but on the other hand, we don't know how to stop using them because they are so convenient. What if they were made from plant fibers and they were biodegradable? What if they were economically viable and their market opportunity was enormous? Guess what? We made them. We developed a unique process of forming eco-friendly materials, and they are not based only on paper industry fibers. No, we can use different fibers such as hemp fibers, flax fibers, agriculture residue fibers, all those fibers that so far have been thrown away or burned. Talk about how many trees we can save. What is so great about our technology? It's the first time we are forming 3D shapes instead of regular flat two-dimensional sheets. So basically, we can adapt the parameters of those shapes. We can control the thickness, we can make them soft, flexible, we can make them rigid, we can make them filled or hollowed. We can make them porous to allow the air to flow, or we can make them molded if needed. We can adapt it to many shapes. We can choose the applications that we would like to target. For example, our first application is soilless substrates for the hydroponic and agricultivation. It's perfect for vertical farming, especially in the pandemic times where we observed the move towards the urban green areas, providing the close by sources of the green produce. Further applications include applications for packaging, for insulators, for molds, etc. So far, for our soil substrates, we've got our MVP. We are finishing pilot line. We launched our online shop to test how the market is reacting to our product. But ultimately, our goal is to license the manufacturing technology. It is great to see that we are being recognized by the renowned experts. In January, we were one of the 6 nominees in the Cellulose Fiber Innovation Award, and we were there among one of the greatest and most renowned companies, industrial companies there. So it was a great honor to be included there. What else? This is who makes it happen. This is our great team devoted with our mission. And we would like to invite you to join us to make the eco matter. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We are already in the Q&A. So are there any questions? We have 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go.
Anna, can you give maybe like a price example of how this would look for a manufacturer, like using styrofoam for an example? Like if I pay a certain amount of that per month for my shipping materials, how much more or less would I pay with your solution?
Actually, it's not about how much or less would you pay for that solution. It's that instead of producing something that is not sustainable or does not biodegrade, the recycling of it is harder. You produce something that is eco-friendly and sustainable and biodegrades. And also in a way of manufacturing, in a way of the process, we are keeping not only the eco-friendly features, but also we are contributing to decreasing the CO2 emissions, because the process does not involve deep chemistry. Maybe I'll show you some examples of what we've worked out so far. So as I said, first idea is the soilless substrate. As you can see, plants prefer to grow in that instead of other media, but we also have some examples such as molded parts, or something that could be used as isolators. So as you can see, we can achieve the form is fully filled, or it can have the airflow space in here. So we are looking at various applications. We are working on so many right now, and we would like to proceed further.
Mm-hmm. In terms of business development, how far are you?
So as I mentioned, right now for the soilless substrates, we are finishing pilot line, and we are raising capital to build a demo line, which will show for the potential manufacturer how it can be scaled.
Mm-hmm. In terms of dialogue with potential clients, how many have you interacted with?
So right now we are testing our materials, our soilless substrates, with more than 100 individual, but also business and entity testers. And we are gathering really great feedback, and we are not stopping at that right now. But also we are working on establishing some crucial partnerships with, first, right now, potential clients who would be purchasing our product, but also we are starting the conversation with potential manufacturers who would be our licensees.
Thank you so
In
much.
terms of, right now,
so
the
sorry, but
beachhead
we
market
ran
is...
out of time. If you'd like to continue the conversation, feel free to do that on Hopin after the pitch, after the session. So so make sure to go to the pitching stage and continue that. Now we've seen all the pitches of this session. So we still have a little bit of time, so I thought that maybe it would be nice to tell our audience a bit more about you. How about we do a small reverse pitch? Let's say 1 minute per person. So Sean, maybe you'd like to start and tell us a bit more about what kind of startups you're looking for. Is there any program that they can apply to, etc.? So if you'd like to share something.
Sure. So I'm Sean. I'm the marketing director at SpinLab. It's a startup accelerator based in Leipzig, Germany, about an hour outside of Berlin. We have focus areas for e-health, energy, and smart city, and we are currently in an open application round right now. So startups can apply at spinlab.co/apply-now until the 20th of April. The program is 100% free. We don't take any equity, shares, or incur costs to the startups. And we have a partner network of over 20 corporate partners. And one of our USPs as an accelerator is we try to land pilot projects between our startups and the corporations.
Thanks a lot. So let's move to Michał. Would you like to tell us a bit more? Because there are many startups watching, not only the ones who are pitching, but also the ones who are looking to find out more about you. So if you let them know.
Yes. Michał Olszewski from Movens Venture Capital. We are investing up to 1 million euro in startups in AI area as SaaS marketplaces with international potential. We are funders friendly, minority stakes in companies. And the last fund, so the current fund was started in July 2020. We have 6 companies in the portfolio. Before we were angels and entrepreneurs, and I myself run Skycash, which is a mobile payment platform.
Thanks a lot. Piotr, over to you. Is there anything you'd like to share with our audience?
Hey everyone, I'm Piotr Gomlace. I'm director at Kraków Technology Park and also general manager at Vivid Games. At Kraków Technology Park, we are looking for a variety of startup because we have a couple of accelerator programs. So we have KTP scale up, mostly for Industry 4.0 and Internet of Things. We also have a gaming incubator and soon accelerator. So we are looking for startups who are targeting, let's say, game development industry or from the product perspective, I mean like games, and also like from the technology perspective. And also we are looking for startups from virtual reality, augmented reality, Internet of Things, machine learning area. So like if you have like product which is like kind of targeting this kind of technologies, I would love to talk to you.
Super. Thanks a lot. And now, Thomas. Thomas is here also thanks to our cooperation with Navispace. So great that you joined us again in the semifinal as a semifinal judge. So, is there anything that you'd like to share with the startups watching?
Yes, hello. My name is Thomas. I'm from the Wirt Electronic Group, and I'm startup and venture manager. And we're looking for tech and deep tech startups, and we see us in our role as an enabler for the startups to bring their products to the market. We support them not in the first step with money and financial things. We support them with our hardware, our technology, with our support, with workshops, also with our labs, and help them by certifying all our network of our customer. It's called Find Your Engineer, to bring these products to the market. I'm by myself sitting in Berlin and looking for all kind of startups from new mobility, agriculture, or IoT.
Super. Thanks a lot. So we've done a little bit of the reverse pitch as as I mentioned earlier, so it's the message to the startups. Make sure to reach out via Woolsmatch or Inside Hoppen to our judges if you'd like to find out even more. So it's been session number 5, and now we will move on to the 6th one with materials and construction. So my colleague Anna will be replacing me in that session. So I'd like to thank you for joining us, and once again, big thanks to our judges, Michał Olszewski, Sean Segundo, Thomas Waldman, and Piotr Gamracy. Thank you so much, and see you around.